Welcome to Really Awesome Treasures eBay YouTube video. Today for your consideration I have this Sony boombox, model number CFS-B11. This radio comes to us from about mid-90s. This radio is in overall good condition. There's just a little dent right here in the speaker grill. It doesn't really affect anything, and honestly you probably will not see it if it's in non-direct lighting. It's not going to detour from its performance, I guarantee you that. Radio is in fantastic condition otherwise. The back is right here. I took it off to remove the power cable out of the port and to also show you that the battery box is clean and free of any corrosion. We have the original aerial, and it is free of any bends or kinks. Radio is very nice and clean. I spent some good time cleaning it up, some good time with it cleaning it up, and making it look cheddar cheese sharp. Radio sports AM FM cassette, and the cassette does record, albeit it's, in my opinion, it's not the greatest record, but it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. It was not my design. We do have headphone jack on top. There is no input for a external microphone. On top here we have our volume control, our tone control, our microphone for our record, and our battery indicator. And then we have our selector switch between tape, AM, and FM radio. This radio covers on FM band 88 through 108, and on AM it covers 530 through 1700 megahertz. The eject on this tape deck is really nice and slow. We have chrome domes on our speakers, so you know this thing is going to be awesome and it's going to make you look cool. This radio, I'm extremely impressed with it. This is definitely a radio you want to have in your collection. I'm very pleased with this radio with a multitude of things. Tape does well. Speaking of the tape, I went in here and I cleaned up all the mechanisms. I cleaned the head, I demagnetized the head. I even put a new belt on. So everything here is good to go. Everything is lubricated. The motor has been calibrated, so we're right on specs with that. I did all this work to this radio probably within the past month of this posting to eBay. So it's very fresh, very frequent. Usage-wise, after I did the work, I probably spent about 2 weeks monitoring and listening to the radio, AM FM radio, and I played the tape. I probably ran a tape through it about 4 or 5 times, and no issues noted. As I started to say, what I'm impressed about this radio is the volume. The volume on this thing is loud. You're going to run out of speaker before you run out of volume. Very nice. It has good sound to it. Of course, it's got a tone control, and so if you're looking for something with heavy bass, this is not it. If you need something in your garage, you know, your office, whatever, this thing is definitely going to do it for you. You want to take it portable, again, this thing will definitely be loud enough to hear outside. What I'm also impressed about this radio is AM reception on this thing is phenomenal. It'll do fantastic DX. So if you're looking for a good DX box, this right here is it. FM. A lot of radios that have FM, you know, sometimes they're not all that good, or they're good if you raise the aerial up. I live in a market with a lot of radio stations, a big market. So for me, in my area, I'm able to get all my local FM stations with the aerial put down, which is not normal. Generally, I have to pull the aerial up at least one notch to get all my radio stations. If you do your research on this radio, you're going to find that this is Sony's best hidden secret. It is an awesome radio. Of course, in your area, this thing may not perform quite as well as it does in mine. AM, you should get good results, but again, depending on your environment, if you live in a bowl or something, then it might not work as well. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Now, because the video is being hosted on YouTube, I cannot play commercial music on this, so I'm not going to sit and listen to something too long. We will put a tape in and we'll be able to hear it a little that way. So we're going to start off with AM.
And I saw her say this stupid...
Now keep in mind, here in my office I have a lot of equipment, therefore I get a lot of noise. My office is not the best place to demo radios, but it should give you an idea. The volume's on about quarter way up. We do have a thumb wheel for control. Generally I don't like these, but this one's not too bad to control.
.com.
In cases, team works to answer all of your questions.
Sometimes we need God.
Grace. A little bit of a breath, right?
Also keep in mind I'm recording this at about 4:30 in the afternoon, so still daylight for me and not prime for DX.
Yo nunca. Me that, hey, you felt some stage of normalcy because where you're at Stevie Kerr.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current...
Maybe I can't say, we were talking earlier, computer.
And now we're going to go to FM. And we're going to have the aerial left down.
Messages that may be sent by an autodialer. Consent is not a condition of purchase service. Attention all ride-share drivers. Love isn't always on time. See, I live in a little bit.
Chevy funnel to your...
It only takes 5 minutes. Line right there. School's out forever. That's kind of what it feels like.
go to the tape. Again, in my office here with all this gear that I have, all the noise, electronic noise, it's really not the best environment for radios, but when I take this to another section of the house, it really does perform well. Let's go ahead and put a music tape in, and we'll try that out. Now the music that I'm going to demo is YouTube approved music. Came straight off of their library, so we should be better here. Okay. Need to rewind my tape, which you see right here, rewind works just fine. And while we're at it, fast forward is working just fine. And there you go. You see the auto stop work just fine. So that's I think a 60-minute tape is what that was. Let's go ahead and hit play. Also, I want to notate that all the silk screening on the radio is nice and strong. There's nothing that's worn off. I did polish this plastic up here with proper plastic polish. That's halfway up. Three-quarters. And that was all the way. Pause button works just fine. So that's music. Let's go ahead and demo the record. Put my test tape in. Get the leader wound proper. We'll put pause, and then we'll hit record. For record, you just hit the one record button. There's no need to hit both. It automatically smashes that down for you. Let's go ahead and release, and we'll start recording. Okay, this is a test of the Sony. Okay. Guess I need to rewind that tape as well. But let's not do that. Oh. Put it in the wrong way. Put it in on B side. This is a test of the Sony CFS-B11 internal microphone recording. I am standing approximately 2 feet away from the radio and microphone. This will conclude the test. This is a test of the Sony CFS-B11 internal microphone recording. I am standing approximately 2 feet away from the radio and microphone. This will conclude the test. As you see, it's not high-end quality, but it definitely does work. Let's go ahead and set this up to record something off the broadcast band. Let's go to AM, find something there.
So, there's so much content out there. I mean, there was 530-something original scripted shows last year, which is a record. There was over 800 theatrical release movies.
Wow.
I mean, how much content can we watch? I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day.
And we're supposed to be working during that time as well. Hey, Brad, thank you so much.
In air quotes.
Yes, working. Brad, thank you so
Remember, it does pretty decent recording off of the radio.
Theatrical release movies.
Wow.
I mean, how much content can we watch? I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day.
And we're supposed to be working during that time as well. Hey, Brad, thank you so much.
In air quotes.
Yes, working.
The radio and microphone. Okay, so there you go. As you saw, the device does work just fine. The only weak point about it is the microphone recording, but realistically, how much of that are you going to do? Otherwise, the radio is a fantastic radio, good condition. I think you will be very happy with it and very pleased with its performance. This radio is being sold as is, no warranties expressed or implied. No other devices, nothing that you see on my workbench goes along with it. You will get the radio and you will get the power cord. The power cord is in fantastic condition. Have no concerns or problems with the power cord. You'll be very fat and happy with it. The only issue about it is not the exact same Sony cable that belongs to it. As you see, this here is a the Infinity style plug, whereas what it requires is the D on one side and the circle on the other side. A very common, very standard plug. This plug, as you saw, plugs in there just fine. It's in there nice and solid, does not wiggle, does not. You'll have no issues or concerns of your safety or anything like that. The cable is in, like I said, fantastic condition. It's a very nice, thick, quality cable. Again, clean that up and it looks fantastic. The radio will be shipped at a carrier of my choice. The auction includes free shipping to you, but I'll ship with whatever's cheapest to me. With that, there will also be a signature required. This is for my protection as well as your protection, because I don't think you want to donate your new toy to your favorite porch pirate. If you have any questions or any concerns, by all means, send them before auction end, and I will definitely try to answer them the best I can. Please keep in mind, I am not a professional electronics technician. I am just a hobbyist. Therefore, I don't know everything about anything, or anything about everything, or I don't know anything about anything. Something like that. Okay, that'll do it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you bid, and hope you win.